like your video feed to be included in the recording, you can just turn your video off. So today we have a very, very interesting speaker with us. This is Exonemo. As for me, this is like a celebrity moments, because I remember when I was in school, we look at a lot of their work, because I think in early 2000, there's only a few artists sort of working in between sort of the sort of interactive electronics art. And many of their works are very relevant to our students. So we constantly put them in our precedents. So excited to actually see them in person. Exonemo is the Japanese artist unit, and it was formed in 1996 on the internet. This is already very interesting. Their experimental projects are typically humorous and innovative explorations of paradox of digital and analog computer network and actual environments in our lives. Their road movie won the Golden Nica for Net Visions categories at Prix Ars Electronica in 2006. They have been organizing IDPW gatherings, and this is my favorite, Internet Yami-Ichi, since 2012. This is their 10 years anniversary. I was just told. This is super awesome. They live and work in New York City since 2015. So without further ado, I'm going to shift it to SEMBO from Exonemo.
Hi. Yeah, it's really exciting. Thank you for inviting me to this session. Actually, we are the group of the 2 people, and then today only I can join. I'm so sorry. I the other part of the other half of Exonemo have something today. So yeah. But anyway, and so can I just start my presentation, right?
Yes, please.
Okay, so here let me share my screen. Hold on. Yes. Yeah. And can you see this, right? Let me go to the slideshow more. Yeah, here it is.
Yes, we can see it.
So we are Exonemo. So we are the group of the artists. I'm a SEMBO, and Yae today is not here, but we are like a group of 2, and we. Oh wait a second. Yeah. So first, let me just introduce ourselves. Going back to 90s, we started our activity from the internet first. So like mid-19 was like a beginning of the internet culture. So it became like, you know, the popular, but still very underground. And so we just started making something on the internet. And then we thought we didn't think it's like art at the moment. We just made some interesting something and then upload to the internet and then show to the people. And then it became art finally, but you know, at the moment was like more like for having fun. And also I think the most important part of that moment is it was very chaotic and nobody understand what is this, you know, nobody knows what is internet. What internet, how internet change the future, you know, nobody knows that. So it was very exciting moment. And then after that, after 2000, we started making installations, not just only the art exists online. And we started using the actual space and then try to connect that actual space to the internet space. And makes a lot of like huge scale installations or like very just a screen on the wall, something like that. And then also we made like a painting of the Google top page. It was like 2003. but like converting digital things to the analog. We have tried to do this type of things. So we saw two different worlds there, like virtual space and real space. And then we found our theme is exploring the boundary between two worlds. Two worlds means sometimes internet and actual space, and also digital analog, or like human and robot, or like old media and new media. That type of things became our theme. Let me show some example of our works. This work is called Danmatsu Mouse. And what we did is breaking the computer mouse and take a video. And also same time, we capture the motion of the mouse cursor same time and play those two things together on the desktop. This is a type of the software you could see on your desktop. And we made a program to control mouse cursor synchronized with the video. Let's see how it works. So here are the 10 different types of the mice. So something like this, the breaking actual mouse, and maybe you see the mouse cursor is synchronized with the video image. So this is a grinder, the mouse cursor moves very actively for this. And I want to show some of them like this. Yeah, so this is the one of our software work. This one actually explore the boundary of the video and interface, computer interface, those two different worlds. Hold on, and then and then this piece. You guys can hear sound, right?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Okay, this is one of the large scale installation piece. Yeah, so this piece, this installation, we spread a lot of cables on the floor and then hang the two monitors from the ceiling, showing the people's face, closing eyes, and then put two monitors together like people are doing kissing. But the title of this piece is Kiss or Dual Monitors. So we are like questioning the it is the kissing or not, it is kissing or just two monitors. Actually it's not kissing. It's, the people just taken their face and then show on the screen and put together. There's nothing, nobody's kissing there over there. But people use imagination and to makes that inspiration, like, oh, this is people kissing, right? So it is kind of like this reacting with like not reacting, like like testing the people's emotion and the relationship between the people's emotion and user interface, or like a screen. So this is one of our installation piece, and then this piece is our recent piece titled Metaverse Pet Shop. So this is something like inspired by the like pet shop selling dog or cat in cage. It became very ethically problematic in the world now. Some of country ban to do this, but actually we think how about a virtual pet in the cage? This is we put the monitor in the cage and show the 3D virtual dog in the cage. So I can show some video of this piece too. Yeah, like this, I really like this, the last picture. The same type of dogs are, in a virtual space and real space both together. So yeah, this piece is the quite new one we made this year, and yeah, a lot of people ask us if this is NFT. Like NFTs became big for this in these 2 years, right? But actually this is not NFT at the moment. This is just a 3D dog, and you can buy from the cage, from that QR code on the screen. You can use your smartphone to scan the QR code and can buy that dog, and then you can so release the dog from the cage and move it to your smartphone, and you can own that digital pet. And then after we had a solo show in July this year, using updating this piece, and then wait a second. Yeah, so we made it NFT. But what we did is like if you buy a dog after you purchase the dog, you can convert it to NFT, but you have to kill 3D dog first, and then peel their skin and make it as a 2D image and convert it to NFTs. So I think this is the same as we produce a leather from animal. So we caught an animal from in the nature and then kill them and then take a skin off and then make it leather. It's similar, like, so NFT has a longer life than usual digital data. It's similar with leather. Leather has a longer life than original animal. So we, like, they're combining that two different things, and then they make this work like this. So our work, sometimes somebody said our work is pretty random and look like very different, but I think there is like a same concept is inside a core of the body of the work always. So it just introduced our piece, but today this talk theme is like it's a collaboration I heard. And so I want to talk about collaboration case in our activity. So Exonemo, I found there's four different types of collaboration we did so far. Number one, the first one is two of us to make Exonemo's art piece. So we are a group of two, and then we always work together. So this is like our basic activity style. And actually, I don't feel it's collaboration. It's quite normal, quite natural for us. But I feel like it's still not easy, working together with other people. Because I think one reason is that we are partner publicly and also the privately. So that art activity affects the daily life too. If we have fight, during the discussion, and that still affects our daily life, so it might be it is kind of a little bit tough for me, but this is our basic activity based on the collaboration. And then number two is working together with other artists to make like collaborative project, like Exonemo X someone artist. Honestly, we did this like several times, but I'm not really good at this, honestly. It's so, it's kind of sometimes it's very difficult because two artists has two different ego, and we have like compromise sometimes, so that became sometimes a little bit stressful for me. So I'm not great at this number two, but we had some experience with this too. And number three is working with curator or gallerist, museum people to make our show. I feel this is also the collaboration, and I think this one is much easier, or like I prefer to do because yeah, I think maybe there's no like a role overlap. Number two has like a role, and each role overlap sometimes. But the working with curator and then the gallery people, they will do other part of the except of the art piece itself. I can focus on art piece, make it good, better, and they can take care of the other part, like a PR, or like make the contact other people to organize something, make a space better. So I feel like this collaboration is much more, makes sense, easy to do, and yeah, like that. I like this. Still, this is very creative. So we have asked something to them, and then they also ask us to do something. That discussion collaboration is very, we had the same goal, so that became very good collaboration always. And the number four is working with others, includes artists, anyone, to make event, etc. Not art piece. I also like this style, type of the collaboration. So I'm today I'm gonna show one example of this number 4 style. This is a event called Internet Yami-Ichi. We started 10 years ago from Tokyo. What is this event? This is a free market style event, but people are selling or buying internet-ish things in the real space. It 10 years already passed and started from Tokyo, and then it have been spreading to the 30 cities and then happened more than 40 times. And great, I think important point is this is an open platform. So there's some simple rule on our website, and then if you follow that rule, you can hold your own Yami-Ichi in your city. That's why this one spread a lot of cities. Yeah, 30 cities is like this. We had it in like most of the all continent, and then there's a lot of Yami-Ichi happened in, especially in Europe area. But yeah, we still have New York one, New Orleans, and Mexico City, and Melbourne, Shanghai, Tokyo, and Johannesburg. And yeah, this event is quite successful. Spread to a lot of place and includes a lot of people. And this one is picture from the first Yami-Ichi 10 years ago, 2012 in Tokyo. And yeah, it became a lot. It happened in a lot of spaces, a lot of cities. This is a video showing the first Yami-Ichi in New York. It was 2015. I can show. You can catch the vibration. Yes, so the event are pretty like take it easy mood, and yeah, like there was like more than 100 vendors at that New York first Yami-Ichi, but there's some sample items sold at Yami-Ichi. This is the service called spam mail. You can send the actual spam to someone who you hate or enemy or whomever. Or this guy made a famous logo, Glitch's famous logo, and made an embroidery and put it on the cloth and sell. And these guys are selling the virus, computer virus, in the SD card and in test tubes. So you can buy like famous computer virus. And this guy's doing the actual version of YouTube called YouTube. Yeah, very analog style. People are performing inside the box. And those type of guys are doing some performance at the event venue. You can pay them and they do some special performance for you. And then, yeah, so that is the event. And then this year is the 10th anniversary. We made a book for this event. So this is actually a book, very heavy. And then we include like more than 200 people's items in the book, and each pages are designed by the people. Oh, it's blood. Yeah, this is actually the BIOS, guys. I can turn off. I should turn off. Okay, yeah, I will do it later. Yeah, so they designed their book, and here's some information in other side of the page. We have a lot of, from most of the cities compiled to the book. Actually, this process, making the book, was also a collaboration. And yeah, so the Yami-Ichi type of collaboration is very, I can enjoy for this type of collaboration, because we can focus on supporting other people. And if it's success, if everyone is happy, and no need to be egoistic. I somehow like just get my ego off and then just supporting people. And then the final output is not the art piece. So it's much easier for me. So it's something like escape from the ego world and then be like refresh my mind. So I think it's like I like this type of things. And then other things, art projects for us is like different. I don't do. I told you we didn't do a lot of the collaboration so far, but so art piece needs more ego, be egoistic. Because we have to reach to the something never happened or totally new things. So the small team works better, I feel, because we can move faster. We don't need to discuss. We just do. So I feel like this type of collaboration, the art project things, and then this Yami-Ichi type of things, like two different things we are doing. And then I feel like it's good because we have both of them. Sometimes we need to refresh. Sometimes we want to escape from the ego world and then do like this type of Yami-Ichi event and then non-ego mode and then go back to our art piece and then, to becoming very egoistic. So this balance is important for us. So yeah, this is it. Thank you very much. Yeah, thank you. We are Exonemo. Today is just only me, but you can scan this QR code to visit our website. You can find some other project or project today I shown there. And yeah, that's it. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for the presentation. It just feel like being in New York for the past 16 years, got crossed paths a lot of time. Finally get to see that all in one place. This is really awesome, and congratulations on the 20-year, not 20 year, 20 years to come.
Years, yeah.
10 years.
7 years
anniversary.
Been here. Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
So I think we're gonna start our conversations. I think if anyone have any questions, you can just raise your hand. I will and just take away the microphone, virtual microphone.
So how many people are here now?
We have
3 pages.
72.
72, wow.
Yeah.
This is awesome. So many people.
That's an awesome turnout.
Mhm.
Well, thank you very much for everyone to come. I
Yeah,
actually,
thank you.
I have a question. So I read your bio multiple times, and you always said that you met on internet in 90s. How does that even happen? It's like, I thought in the 90s, the internet was super minimal. And how do you
Yeah.
guys met on internet in the 90s?
It was just like after we graduated school, and we are not the great student, so we don't have any job at the moment. And then there's a chance to start the internet, you know, because it's super new and then nobody know how to use it. So like we can easy to slide into that area. Like if you learn HTML and then you can be like, oh, I'm a professional HTML designer, you know. So yeah, at the beginning was super confusing. I feel like it's same now for the Web3, you know. Or maybe VR or metaverse or Mila, that's still very new, and there's a lot of chance to do that. And then it's confusing, people don't know what it is, and sometimes it's very controversial. People hate, love, you know, that mix emotion there. So it's great chance. So I'm also excited for that too.
Cool.
Yeah, so I think that those like student, young people, have a lot of chance to you know, to start using that the new world, start jumping into that new world.
I would imagine. I think it's super relevant because, you know, from the original internet, now we're looking at Web3 and going to metaverse. I think there's a lot of interesting encounters. I think it's just a really good story that you two met in 90s and worked together for the past, like, it's almost 30 years together on
Yeah.
projects. That's amazing story to tell. I changed my backgrounds to this project. I remember when I was in school, this project was often brought up alongside with Jonah's projects when it comes to interactive art. I was just so excited to find this out in archive.
Yeah, that's
where the mouse interact with the tank.
Yeah, that's a classic one. I think it was made in 2000 or something.
Yeah, it's at the time there's very little project like this where, you know, it's, I also, you know, like this the little bit of satires in it to comment in on what's going on in the world and in a very, very fun way. And I think that that touched a lot of our students' heart. Especially like my class back in the days in 2006 or 7, that was one of the projects to think about if you're into PCOM or interactive installations.
Yeah, that piece, yeah, I got idea. I think it was like very, you know, visually happened like, oh, connect tank and mouse. And then I found that there's a reason behind that, because a tank is like a symbol of the like a power or like a man, you know, the and then the mouse is more like a democratic things, you know, you can control everything using mouse. So I just want to connect those different things together. And then actually I made a circuit, and I was asked my friend to how to realize this, and then this one actually works. You know, if you touch the mouse and then tank react, and then once tank reacts, then that tank drags the mouse, and then that makes another input, and then tanks start like moving like this, and the mouse and tank is like super confusing. I feel like, oh, this is like the maybe the social situation, like the power and the democracy, you know.
So I have a super nerd questions about this installation. I'm only asking because I'm just super nerd about this. Is what was your battery solutions for this installation?
Yeah, this one has battery inside. Yeah, the original tank is like a toy tank and it has a battery inside. And then we like just replace the battery to the stronger one. So it's keep working like maybe hour or something. And also this one has sleep mode. Once you touch it, and then after like 30 seconds, it stopped working, like enter the sleep mode to save the energy. So in the exhibition area, yeah, but there's like massive, change or charge of the battery happens during the show.
Very cool.
Yeah.
So how important it is sort of the technology part in your, because I see many works has involved, for example, mouse in it. Does the symbolic meaning of mouse in your project change over time, or they always represent this idea of control and that sort of things in your project?
Yeah, mouse is very important. So now the after smartphone, mouse became less important in the society actually, but the mouse is very interesting because it's computer interface, but it's very sexy, right?
Yeah.
Paper is very sexy, and then because it's human touching, so it's like a very human centric, but still very crazy shape, and then also it's called a mouse. It's mouse. it's also very strange, people are touching mouse always.
Yes.
Mouse is the animal from animal mouse, right? Yeah, so yeah, that we found that it's very interesting. The mouse is very interesting. So like it's like a boundary between the computer world and the human or organic world. In between there's a mouse. Now I don't think they change it. So people don't use mouse anymore. People touching the screen more. So maybe there's something on the screen. Our recent work is sometimes focused on the screen more. The people kissing, put the screen together and people make kissing. It's kind of similar. It's there's a boundary, like emotion and the organic world and the computer world. So there is some boundary over there.
Very cool.
Yeah.
I also noticed in the Meta Pet Shop there is also a bird cage in there. Is the bird something you can buy too, or?
Yeah, it's not the same work. It's different work, but still using the bird cage and then put smartphone inside and show other works there. Like there's no bird there, but there's a Twitter-like interface, chat-like interface. Keep talking. It was from the old work named "I randomly love you, I randomly love you, hate you." So we convert that piece and then combine to the with the bird cage to make a new piece there. Yeah.
Cool. So what's next?
That's a great question. So we're still thinking about that. So we just still working on the Metaverse Test Shop. We're gonna show that one in Tokyo, October, and December in China. So we have to prepare for that. And then other than that, I think I'm interested in the Web3 things more. Like I'm learning this writing smart contract, and then it's very interesting. And so maybe making some. I don't want to make just NFT art, like just sell digital piece as NFT, but using that technology to make some special token, and then maybe combine that with like some educational something. Because I found that when I show our piece at the gallery and the collector bought piece, we are keep thinking about that, what that means. Someone bought our piece and have it in their place or ownership. So and then that means something like my children is became a family member of them, collectors. So there's like a strong connection happens, build with that type of audience.
Are they going to be part of the Exonemo in the future?
Possibly, maybe, yeah. Maybe if I can slow my ego away and then like invite everybody inside. Yeah, that would be super cool if I can do that. I don't know, I'm that type of open-minded person or not. Yeah.
Cool. We're still opening for questions. Anyone have any question? You can raise your hand.
Yeah, ask
I think
me
there's
anything.
one. I think there's one question in the chat from
Okay.
Marshall.
Yeah.
Let's see.
She was asking what's your thoughts to NFT and like,
Physical
Web3.
damage in equipment.
Yeah, I guess you sort of
sorry.
just answered that question a little bit, but could you, probably expand more on it? Like,
Okay, so that is a question on chat, right?
yes.
Okay.
So there is a question
Okay,
earlier. Yeah, just a very general question. What's your thoughts on NFT and Web3?
Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think I already answered, but yeah, so like 2 years ago that happened, became bigger, and it became like craze, and like seems like people are really obsessed with the money side, right? I'm not interested in that part. And also somebody said that NFTs is very environmentally problematic because that has a lot of energy consumption. So yeah, I think so too, but I don't know what is a reality. And then so I have been waiting for the Ethereum merge that happened this month. And then if Ethereum turned to the proof of stake now, and then energy becomes more efficient now. So yeah, I think I'm ready to use Ethereum now. But yeah, I feel like it's like a new technology that has a lot of negative side, positive side, both together. So just try to use or experience on that, and then know how it works, and then what is the possibility there. So I'm really interested in that world. Still don't know what it is, but yeah, that's the exciting part. And I saw one question talking about that the shotgun texting, breaking the object things. So shotgun texting is similar with that damage mouse, the breaking mouse, and record the mouse cursor and compare those together. Shotgun texting is using the keyboard, and then I shot keyboard with a shotgun, and then capture the letter typed from the keyboard, and then show both together. Yeah, it's similar. Like I just wanna test the the gun. Gun is like a symbol of the power. It's similar with the tank, and then the keyboard is a symbol of the like democracy. You can say anything using keyboard. It's the freedom of speech. And then gun violence and freedom of speech, they're just two symbols. One of both attached together, and then want to see what happened, what I can feel from that. That is the concept behind that piece. Sometimes we break something, we give damage to something, because it's very I think it's the like efficient way to test the boundary, give a shock to the boundary, and then see what happens. That was one reasonable way to test the boundary itself. So yeah, maybe it is that does it make sense? Or just ask me any other additional question or anything. I hope
Very cool.
you get it. Yeah. Cool. Yeah.
Awesome.
Mhm.
We'll have one. Let's see. Awesome.
So before the talk, I had the most of students are working on the virtual. It's a Kyle, you said like you guys are bring the actual things inside the metaverse or virtual space much more than bring the internet piece to the actual piece, right? So it's like opposite way to do opposite way with internet Yami-Ichi. Yami-Ichi is like bringing the internet object to the actual space.
Yes.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm very interested in that. So what you guys are doing actually, you guys are building a virtual space.
So the context of it is, I think in earlier conversations, I mentioned that a lot of our students are interested in XR, which means that we're trying to take, to be more immersive into the digital space. And I thought, Yami-Ichi was such an interesting idea, 10 years ahead of times to look at how can we bring digital into real life. So it's like a reverse XR almost. I thought that was fascinating.
Yeah. And also it's immersive, you are surrounded by
and you were, I think if you think about it, it's an interesting topic because we take it for granted that we're bringing things into the virtual reality and we make it look like what's in the reality. But we never really considered the other way around. I thought that was interesting. That was really fascinating when I saw Yami-Ichi for the first time. And I would that mention this example of the cupcake, the cookies that made of icons and stuff. That was so relevant. Yeah, that's still relevant today, which is amazing.
So you can eat icon,
Yeah, exactly.
So yeah, so if you guys have interest in seeing this, reading this book, there's a free PDF version on our website, so just check it out. Yeah, so everything is free just for the PDF version, so please download and check. There's a tons of the crazy idea inside that book, so maybe that might be exciting for you guys.
Totally.
Yeah.
Awesome. So we have a message from Jonah, and just want to double check. Do we have any? Jonah is here too.
Oh, Jonah's here. Hey.
Yay! Welcome to the party.
Yeah. Thank you for the connection.
So, so Jonah said that I wrote about the concept of bringing digital into real for Neuro about dead pixel projects. I remember that.
Yeah, it's
you guys
it's
like
a, someone's lawn. Yeah. Someone's lawn who was trying to hack Google Maps, which was pretty cool.
Yeah, I think isn't that one of the Google April Fool's Day joke? They made like a Dragon Quest on the Google Map. That was the best.
Yeah,
they made a cartridge for NES that make you think that it was the internet. It was super awesome. So Jonah was the other reference that his projects that we referenced so much when we were in school, because it's really just, Jonah and Exonemo, they are the pioneers in electronic art back in the days. So this is super exciting to see. On my screen, you guys are side by side, which is amazing.
Yeah, totally.
My screen is Jonah's here.
Yes.
Good to see you, man.
Cool. Well, if we don't have further questions, I think it's 3:49. SEMBO, you have any last words for us?
Yeah. So thank you for joining this session. I hope you guys get something. My language is not, English is not great, so maybe there's some misunderstanding, but I hope you guys got some, brand new insight or something from my presentation. So yeah, thank you for today. Yeah, thank you for everybody.
Thanks for
Yeah.
coming. And I just want to add on to it. I think, I think there's many times in your presentation you mentioned about ego, and I think that is not, to me, I don't feel like that was ego at all. I think in a lot of times we always want to be nice, but I think when it comes to art and design, we have to find a way to stand our ground in conversations, in collaborations. Whether or not how we do it, it's really, that is the art of communication. So thanks for doing all the awesome work, and thanks everyone for coming to the Cloud Salon. This is Digital Kyle. I hope to see you guys some other time soon. Catherine, do you have anything to add?
The only thing that I'm going to add is that we will have another Cloud Salon in 2 more weeks. We will be hosting, yes, we will be hosting Grace June, MFADT graduate. Wow. So please all tune in for the announcement for that.
That is going to be awesome too. I always try to tell her story for her all the time. Was a great example of the DT success stories. So cool. Thank you, SEMBO. Thank you, Jonah.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you, everyone, for coming.
Should I just leave the meeting?
Awesome.
Okay.
Catherine.
So yeah. So see you in person someday in the future, everybody. Yeah.
Maybe in a Yami-Ichi somewhere.
Yeah, somewhere in Yami-Ichi. Okay, bye.
Okay, bye-bye.
Have a great day. Bye.